What's up, everyone? It's Matt Johnson, the leader of the pack, just getting home. And here is what happened. And this actually happened yesterday while I was at the gym, and it's just been on my mind today, and just part of my thoughts. But what happened was I was at the gym, and I saw someone there, and he is the winner of the past bodybuilding competition here in Utah, and he just has a great physique. Even while he was on stage, as I watched him do his poses and everything, I knew he won. He just has a great physique, and when I saw him at the gym, I immediately thought to myself, I caught myself running these stories of, holy cow, he is huge, has a great physique, and here I am wanting to compete next year. There's no way I could ever beat that. And I just started to run these stories and become intimidated and want to crawl back into my shell, and just completely lost my power. And why I share this with you and why it's so significant is because how many times do we do this to ourselves? How many times do we get mentally defeated before we even go out and try it? How many times do we defeat ourselves before we even go out and try what it is that we want to do? See, we lose before we even step out onto the field, before we ever talk to that one person, before we step foot in the gym. We tell ourselves these stories and mentally defeat ourselves. Now, this affects everywhere in our lives. When we start to compare ourselves, when we start to defeat ourselves mentally, we have already lost. And this plays out huge into our lives, especially when you look at your bodies. If you are mentally defeating yourself, like, oh, this workout's going to be too hard, I can't do this, I can't do that, you will mentally defeat yourself before you even start working out, and that's just as exhausting. With your spirituality, you can mentally defeat yourself saying that you can never live up to the potential that you feel like you need to for you to be worthy in the sight of God. You can mentally defeat yourself in thinking that you could never have that spirituality. And with your marriage, or with your relationships with your kids, or anyone else that's in your life, you can mentally defeat yourself saying that I'm just not the greatest parent, or that person is way better parent than I am, or a better spouse, or better husband. I could never be that. I'm just never living up to that potential. And you can mentally defeat yourself. And with your business, you can always mentally defeat yourself thinking that you're never going to be this high power and money-making machine in your business and the top dog within your business. You can always mentally defeat yourself, and it becomes exhausting. When we mentally defeat ourselves, we exhaust ourselves. It kills our motivation. It kills our drive. And the more you dwell on it, the less likely you are to wanting to go out and do whatever it is that you want to do. And so you will never simply have what it is that you want. So my message to you today is, stop defeating yourself mentally before you even get into the game. Start picturing yourself as someone who is worthy enough to have what it is that you want, and start taking it. Start taking action to go have what it is that you want. You will never know until you do it. You will never know if you can have what you want until you actually go and do it. Sitting around and mentally defeating yourself and beating yourself up, you will never know what you are capable of until you just go and do it. So, just like what Nike says, just do it. I love you. I'm Matt Johnson, the leader of the pack, saying, just do it. I'm out.